Hello students, hope that you are fine. Let's start 10th standard geography video tutorial of agriculture chapter. Agriculture, previous chapter you have seen agriculture, how many types are there, importance and problems, how to solve that problems, etc. I have discussed. Now, here that directly I am coming about the food crops. Food crops, that is the, you know that the India is a very vast area, and that the climate is also different, that is tropical. Here you see from this part, this Kanyakumari to Tropic of Cancer, that is under tropical zone, and then after that this area is under means tropical zone, this under from Tropic of Cancer to rest of the part of the northern part is under temperate zone. So both tropical and temperate type of crops are growing here. So these crops are generally divided into two major groups. One is food crop, another one is that cash crop. So food crops, what are those? Cereals such as rice, wheat, maize and millets are food crops. Second is pulses, that is gram, moong, masoor, and spices, cardamom, ginger and pepper. And cash crop, what are the cash crops? That is oil seeds. In between oil seeds we are getting groundnut, mustard, sesame and castor, coconut, etc. And fibers, that is cotton and jute. After that plantation crop, that is tea, coffee, rubber, these are the plantation crops. And other crops means under other crops we can say that is sugarcane, other crops. So today I will discuss about the rice. This term, actually this term cereal is used for all kinds of grass-like plants, that is which is starchy, edible seeds. And these are easy to cultivate and have high nutritious value. So these are the cereals have formed the basic diet of mankind, such as rice, wheat. Every day we are taking either rice or wheat. Without rice or wheat we are not living. Means full day if I will give you the tea and coffee, is it possible continuous 3-4 days to live? No. At least once you have to take rice or wheat in a day. So these are the basic food. So these are called the cereals. So today I will discuss about rice. Let's go in the rice. Last video you have seen that the rice, that there are three types of crops are there: Kharif, Rabi and that Zaid crop. In between this rice crop is the Kharif crop. This rice is has been cultivated from earlier times only, and it is very important crop. It is as a staple food crop, and this is generally found in the tropical areas, and also it is found in the subtropical areas. Means from it is different parts of the regions, and the terrace of Kashmir hills also it is found. So let's see that the types of rice. How many types of rice are there? Two types. One is upland rice, another one lowland rice. Upland rice is generally grown on the mountain slopes, hill slopes, and upland rice are artificial, where artificial irrigation is not possible. That part only upland rice is growing. It is shown in the month of March and April, and harvested is done in September and October month. Then this is used only for the local consumption. Then next you see that is the lowland rice. It is usually grown on the lowland areas of river valleys and deltas. It is required a lot of irrigation, and it is shown in the month of June and harvested in the October-November month. Then most of the rice grown in this area belongs to the lowland country area. And there are about 10,000 varieties of rice in the world, and out of which is about 4,000 types are grown in India. Next we will see what are the climatic type. Climate means climatic requirements for the growing of rice. Temperature, what temperature is required? It requires a mean temperature of 24 degrees centigrade. In the early growing stages, it needs the temperature between 16 degrees centigrade to 20 degrees centigrade. And in ripening stage, it is needed that 18 degrees centigrade temperature. And also it needs bright sunshine. Next, rainfall. Rice is a plant where it is actually that the wet areas generally rice is growing. So the temperature is very huge amount of rainfall is needed for the rice cultivation. That is 150 centimeter to 300 centimeter rainfall is needed. It is grown also in the flooded regions and in Punjab, also in the areas of wherever that is low rainfall such as Punjab and Haryana. These places also rice is growing. And means Punjab, Haryana, you see, this is Punjab, Haryana, this place also rice is growing. Then soil, what type of soil is needed for that? Soil can be grown in the variety of soils, but especially that the alluvial soil is very good for that rice cultivation. And rice needs plenty of heat, plenty of water, and plenty of alluvial soils, and also plenty of labor to produce plenty of food for the plenty of people. This is, we can say, in brief. Because why? Because maximum people are taking the rice as a staple food, as a main food. Then methods, and now we are coming that the methods of cultivation. That how many types of many ways we are following to cultivate this rice. That is number 1, broadcasting, number 2, dribbling, number 3, drilling, and number 4, transplantation method. And also we are using Japanese method for cultivation of wheat. So that broadcasting method is what? That is, in this method seeds are sprinkled by hands all over the field. Whenever you are going by train or by that bus, you have seen the farmers are in this way, they are spreading the seeds. So that is only broadcasting method. It is used in the areas where the inferiority quality and that the labor is also scarce. In that place, it is using broadcasting methods. Next, dribbling methods. In these methods, seeds are dropped at a regular interval and plowed furrows. And drilling methods. In this method, seeds are dropped there at the bamboo shafts which are attached to the plow with the furrows. It changes the wastage of seeds, and it requires that maximum time and labor also. After that, it is coming that the transplantation method. Transplantation method, the seeds are first shown in the nurseries, and then at the beginning of the monsoon season, remember that. After that, after 4 to 5 weeks, they are when seedlings into 15 to centimeters, 20 centimeters is there tall, then they are again taking it. That after plantation, they are taking it and uprooted and again transplanted in the flooded regions. And then after some time, the field is drained, and so that by the time when the grains ripens, then the fields is with the grain is ripens, and then we are taking out the rice crops. Then this method is very much labor intensive. Which method? The transplantation method. And West Bengal generally we are using the transplantation methods only. Then after that another method is there, that is Japanese method. Japanese method is the best method. So that is that good quality. In this method the farmers use high yielding varieties of seeds such as HYB seeds, and that is called Japonica. Japonica. Japonica is a hybrid variety of seeds. It is they are used this, and also showing in the seeds same way that just like the transplantation, they are showing also in the nursery beds. And transplant the seedlings is row wise for easy weeding and fertilizing. Heavy manuring is also giving here, and irrigation is done regularly, and it ensures the 3 times higher yields. Next we are coming the advantage of transplantation. Advantage of transplantation is what? Number 1, that good quality seeds can be selected and grown in the nursery beds. Number 2, it gives higher yield with fewer amounts of seeds. After that, it helps plant grows as the seedlings and spread out during the replanting. And fourth one, we can say this practice allows the quicker germination of seeds and cuts down into sowing time. And the last one here, that is lots of labor is required, which is easily available. Now the harvesting. Harvesting of rice is done by hand and allowed to dry in the field for 3 to 4 days. Then it is threshed by beating the paddy against a wooden bar. Then second is processing. Then after threshing, polishing of rice makes the grain attractive. Otherwise, whenever we are going to the market, we are saying, show me the rice. Then whenever that very nice one, that polished one is there, then we are choosing that. So it makes that rice attractive. And but after polishing, it loses much of its nutritive value when polished. Anyway, then they are polishing that. Now next see the regions of cultivation, which places rice is going on. Rice is grown almost all the states in India, but the main rice producing areas are the river valleys, means whatever rivers are there, that river valleys, and that low-lying areas, except that the parts of the Himalayas, and in the extreme northern part, rice is not growing. Then which states it is growing? Generally it is growing West Bengal, then Tamil Nadu, after that this part Andhra Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh also, and Karnataka, these places. Karnataka also it is found in the Assam and this Assam area, and Haryana this part, Haryana, Madhya Pradesh already I told, and Maharashtra also it is grown. So almost all the areas, generally Kerala, sorry I missed that Kerala and Gujarat also it is growing. Almost all the parts it is growing, and also in the Kashmir Valley also rice is growing. West Bengal ranks, this is the position of West Bengal. You have seen that West Bengal ranks the largest producer of rice in India, and due to that the hot climate and the wet climate. 3 crops are grown on the same land in a year. That is 3 types rice are what? Ayush, Aman and Boru. These are the 3 types of rice. And according to the states I am saying, that is Uttar Pradesh, West Bengal, Andhra Pradesh. First position Uttar Pradesh, second position West Bengal. That is also, that the West Bengal is the first position, then Uttar Pradesh, then Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. After that Punjab, Bihar and Tamil Nadu. This is the position of rice cultivation. I am concluding my video here. Next video I will say you that the other food crops. So I think it will helpful for you. Thank you everyone.